things every guy should know.
I'm glad you're here. I'm every guy. It's all in me. I just realised what that line's about. It's about Whitney's Cummings. Oh, fuck. Hit it, Cream. Fuck it.
One, don't be afraid.
I will stop you there. Do not tell me not to be afraid, madam. If I am experiencing the emotion of fear, I will damn well express it as I please. I find it healthy to express emotions.
Of being sensitive and vulnerable.
I'm not in the least bit afraid of being sensitive and vulnerable. I'm basically a sack of blood, and I'm one sharp object away from becoming a sack with no blood. And to make matters worse, I've got this accursed network of mirror neurons up here that can make me convulse and vomit and possibly die from the shock if I see someone else become a sack with no blood. I am a quite astonishingly vulnerable and sensitive creature. To be afraid of that is to be afraid of being alive. Fuck and no, madam. Fuck and heavens no. Not only am I not afraid of being sensitive and vulnerable, I like it. Not only do I find it intellectually stimulating, I actually find it rather sexually rewarding. Well, yes, that's why we have sex in the nude. Because being vulnerable and sensitive in the company of someone you love and trust is fucking hot. And everyone knows it. Everyone except the zombies you think you're talking to.
I know our society makes it seem like that's a huge weakness and you have to be this macho puff daddy.
No, not at all. Society keeps telling me to be more sensitive and vulnerable. Even though I already am. Society keeps telling men not to be macho or competitive or strong or aggressive. It keeps telling women to be perpetually dissatisfied control freaks, but I guess that's equality at work.
But you're also a human being.
Thanks. For the heads up. Look, I know society tells you to clamp your feet into curled up, hideous apparitions of dead crabs to express your femininity, but don't forget you're human too. Oh shit, you're not Chinese. Yeah, I'm not a fucking zombie, cunt.
Plus, anyone who makes fun of you for being those things is just insecure about their own masculinity.
You mean the people who make fun of me for getting emotional about my human rights? You mean when I say, please stop mutilating babies and children need fathers and stop imprisoning innocent men, and certain people respond to me with a stop whining and man up? Yes, I should think those people are thoroughly insecure about masculinity. Now I wonder how that might have happened.
2, don't be a nice guy. Be a good guy.
What the fuck are you about to say? This is tip number 2. How the fuck is this tip number 2?
I feel like a lot of the people who claim to be nice guys aren't that nice. Because if you're really nice, do you have to constantly say, well, I'm a nice guy, but I'm a nice guy, I deserve this. Strive to be a good guy, because nice guys finish last, and the good guys go first.
Let me guess. Is tip number 3, don't be a good guy. I'm a good guy. I deserve to go first. You're always trying to be good. You're always trying to win. Why don't you just be nice?
3, if you want something more than friendship, and she doesn't, don't be friends.
Don't be friends. Put that on a fucking t-shirt. Don't be friends. Masterpiece of nature? Ah, fuck it. Fuck it all.
A lot of guys talk about the friend zone, but guess what? The friend zone is when 2 people are friends. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's what the friend zone looks like from outside the friend zone. It's a relativity thing. From inside the friend zone, it looks like all sorts of things. That's why there's a term for it, because the friend zone is not the same as being friends. It's an anomaly in the fabric of friendship, if you will, that can only be witnessed from within its boundaries. It's like a rainbow. Except it's gut-wrenchingly horrible.
Don't be one of those guys who pretends that you're someone's friend just because you want to wait around for the off chance that you can fuck her.
Thank you very much for the advice. My advice to you is when you know that guy is pretty much chemically predetermined to do your every bidding, please, at the very least, don't take the piss.
Because not only is that super fucking disrespectful to you, but it's also like you deserve someone who wouldn't be afraid to ask you out. Or someone who's like, oh, I'm all about you, boo. Let's do this.
Okay. I guess I'll go to one of those places where women do that. Oh shit, that's illegal.
Respect yourself, bro.
Good call.
4, don't be afraid to feel.
You must know. You must know.
I have 2 guy friends who are best friends. They're super fucking besties. And I think it's the cutest thing ever when they hug each other and like one will kiss the other on the forehead, or they'll like kiss each other on the cheeks, or they'll just genuinely tell each other that they love each other.
Look, it's perfectly normal to enjoy androerotic art, okay? In fact, the majority of porn is focused principally on the expressions and subjective experience of the female characters. If you really want to see the emotional rollercoaster of man well and truly in fuck and get fucked mode, the only place to go is gay porn. But the sad truth is you can't expect most men to be into that. We don't even need to touch each other. We have a male uterus, you see. It operates on such a psychic bond that we can be close friends for life and hardly ever touch. You wouldn't understand, you're not a man.
And it's kind of sad that we don't have that more often.
I disagree. I think it's sad that we don't have men's telepathic sense of tactility more often. It doesn't have a hole that needs to be filled with skin, you see. It's actually a higher function than physical touch. Can you imagine going an entire year without being touched by another person? You probably can't. It probably sounds like the stuff of nightmares to you. Well, that's because you're sad. You have carnal desires. Your society went and bubbled you into them, while simultaneously reassuring you that you're a good little Buddhist. In the meantime, some of us create life from our fucking fingertips. We figured out how. Because we do not give a fuck about saying, I love you. We simply demonstrate our friendship with our presence and our consistency. But you wouldn't understand because you're not a masculist. Oh shit, yeah, no one is.
And that men are like kind of, if you like love your bro so hard, you want to give him a fucking...
I don't know what this is. I think... Don't ask me how this happened. But I think I'm getting wet. Like ball juice wise.
Kiss on the forehead? Give him a fucking kiss on the forehead.
I think you might be turning me. I think this might be the moment.
Now, if your best guy friend doesn't want these things from you, maybe you should not.
Too late. Far too late now. You know what you look like to me right now? You look like a shaved mink or something. It just occurred to me. Do I want my dick in the hands of a fucking rodent? Hell no, I want some fucking bear claws. I want something to get some purchase. I'd rather get it ripped off quickly than chewed off slowly.
But, I mean, you should at least try to kiss him on the forehead. He might like it.
You know what grass eaters are, right? You're creating a whole new generation. Cock eaters. Why the fuck not? Bye-bye! You might be the last generation.
I really, truly appreciate you spending your money on a piece of paper that has my face on it. I'm not gonna lie, that's really fucking cool. In different homes across the globe, I am staring at you 24/7, watching you undress.
Meow. Sorry, my dear, I know you probably love the idea of being watched undress, because you're not just comfortable with your vulnerability, you're somewhat fetishistic about it. But please understand, I am merely comfortable with it. And the idea of your very, very chilling face watching me transition into a more visibly vulnerable state is, quite understandably, exactly the kind of thing I'm going to use next time I'm trying not to come. Men, on the whole, don't like being watched naked, madam. They are not idiotic, narcissistic douchebags.
Watching you do your homework.
Homework? Are you talking to children? Did you say homo work? Or both?
Watching you do everything. Watching you masturbate.
Demon, gone, go!
I wish I could close my eyes, but I can't because I'm a poster.
Look, I know that was a joke, but the thing is, you are talking to people about homework and masturbation. It's funny that you can joke yourself into the victim role, even if it means absorbing the victimhood of a haunted poster, but it's not quite so funny if you're aiming this at a schoolboy demographic while you do it, because at that point, you know, using your clown ghost image in a poster to turn thousands of schoolboys gay, you're going to have angry parents to answer to. I mean, it's a big thumbs up from me. You're truly doing God's work as far as I'm concerned. But these people want grandchildren.
All right, so I haven't done a sponsor in a while, so today I'm going to do...
Horseville? Come to Horseville, where the men are whores too, so it's fine.
Audible.
Yep, you're fine. A little bit closer to the mic would help, but otherwise you're okay.
Everyone says that my voice is stuck.
You need to stop talking to schizophrenics. Or at least start talking to the ones who are at peace with the voices.
Except for the Japanese one, they're like, oh, just always do the Japanese one, because it's the only one you're good at.
I imagine people do sometimes say things like that when they walk past you, but I don't think they're thinking what you think they're thinking.
I disagree.
Well, Japanese women definitely do feel entitled to disagree with me. They definitely do feel entitled to minimize my experience.
But I do think the Japanese one is obviously, like, much more marketable for some reasons.
You just called my race unmarketable. That's incredibly unproductive. I'm not going to enact the labor of responding to it.
So I'll just do the Japanese voice, okay?
I said I'm not going to enact that labor because I'm not getting paid to fill a 3-minute video with a minute and a half of commercials. I'm going to get paid, probably, because I have a Patreon. I don't know for sure I'm going to get paid, in the same way a busker doesn't know for sure that they're going to get paid, but wouldn't you know it, the strength of human kindness is reliable. So reliable that people will pay me voluntarily for work I've already given them. I don't say give me money and I'll make you smile. I just make people smile. The people who really like smiling give me money to say thank you. Whereas you, my love, have already been paid. That is the difference between a busker and a whore. And there's nothing wrong with being a whore. That's fine too. But still, there's a difference. And it's one of those things every girl should know. Some women demand payment for their company. And some women simply give of themselves. Like men do. Now, you can do whatever you like with your life, that's fine, but just know, the next generation of men might be the first in recorded history to not care about the whores anymore. We want busker chicks now. We want filthy street rats who don't give a fuck. You can wax, exfoliate, and paint yourself into the statue of a goddess, we don't care. Because there's a girl standing over there on the bridge, staring at the horizon like she's 1,000 miles away, singing a dark and beautiful song for its own sake. And now you will never win. Because you will never have that. You will never do that. So there's something else every girl should know. Whore may be a perfectly noble profession, but it's a dying industry. Because for the first time in history, we're getting significant movements of men who don't want to live their lives as customers. And we're getting significant movements of women who don't want to live their lives as gigantic fucking whores. So goodbye, and see if you can fuck right.